What's up, guys? Big news for you guys today. So guys, sorry about the glasses and the non-standard look. You guys probably aren't used to seeing this, but my eyes were bugging me, couldn't wear contacts, so you guys get what it is. Pretty much like one of those things where like your girlfriend's not always like the done up pretty princess that she is. Sometimes she looks like this. But anyway, on to the big news. We are moving. And although up here looks like a total trash pile, it might actually look like a trash pile because it is, but at the same point, the reason why it is because literally almost everything's empty. All the shelves are empty, throwing away stuff. Entertainment center is empty, aside for the PS5. Back here is empty. One of the things that you find out when you move from somewhere is how much crap that you've accumulated in the past 5 years. It's just so dirty in here. It's just so dirty. But we're making progress. What I've been doing is I've been taking one thing at a time. Every time I go downstairs, we're on the 3rd floor of a house. I've been taking one thing at a time downstairs just to not overtax myself. As you see how sweaty I am is because I took a crap load of stuff downstairs, but we've made a huge dent. So this whole room used to be full. Whole entire room, you couldn't even see the carpet. And now you can actually see carpet, wow. But just to give you guys a background, me and my girlfriend, we bought a house. So we bought a house, but we've been living here for 5+ years. It's been a pretty Goldilocks deal, to be honest with you. Living somewhere for 5 years for like little to no rent. But honestly, it's been time to leave for quite a few years now. The reason why we couldn't was that me and my girlfriend, we both changed careers. She became a nurse. I moved into another facet of public safety, and just we didn't have the money. Our annual incomes both went down for a while, and now they came back up pretty significantly, to be honest with you. So it was time to buy a house. Even though this market sucks, even though the interest rates suck, it was time to buy a house, and we did. So today is Tuesday. We're moving on Friday. So one of the biggest things that I have to show you guys is a garage update. I ended up having to sell a bike. Not something I was proud of doing. It's not something that I wanted to do at all. I pretty much had to do Sophie's choice. Did I want the Harley? Do I want the Ducati? What are my goals here? What cost me more money in the average? And I ended up selling the Harley. So the Ducati's still here. Actually, the Ducati was on the trade block as well. It made me very sad because honestly, this thing has been the coolest thing I've ever owned in my entire life. The buying process of this house was absolutely ridiculous, and I needed to get my monthlies down, and the Harley was the thing that I was paying on. And honestly, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I used to. So I was like, you know what, let's sell that. The Ducati doesn't cost me anything to own on an average, but let's sell the Harley. That'll be $225 that I don't have to pay every month. So I just started chipping away at that mortgage and everything. I was like, well, if I don't spend this here, that's like paying $225 less, you know, in mortgage. We will get into all that in a minute. I'm gonna update you when I jump on the bike.
Well, there she is, man. The last remaining bike in Paramoto's collection is the bike that started the channel. So it's kind of poetic. Some very loud ska music going on in my headphones. Man, she looks so good though, still. All these years, she's like 4 years old now. Looks so good. It's kind of bittersweet leaving this neighborhood, to be honest with you. And since we're kind of actually on time for once, I think I'm gonna the long way and actually show you the neighborhood a little bit. Sorry, so this is the old house. This is the house I've been living in for like 5 years, way above my pay grade. Up until recently, with the housing market exploding, a lot of these houses were going for about 400. And now houses in this neighborhood are going from about $600,000 to $700,000. And I took a video, and there was a McLaren driving through the neighborhood the other day. The Raleigh market was a lot different when my girlfriend's parents actually bought that house here. It was like $230,000 for that house. That's now on Zillow for like $600,000. See, this one's still for sale, $600,000. The thing that is not included in Zillow is smell. This whole back half of the neighborhood is right next to like a sewage treatment place, and it just smells like diarrhea around this area, like all the time. In the mornings, like when it's like cold and foggy, it just smells like diarrhea over here. You know, like if it's any more humid or any less humid than normal, it'll just smell like diarrhea. Ugh. Hopefully Friday will be my last day living here. I'm kind of excited to show you guys the new house. I was kind of laughing the other day when I saw the McLaren, like, we live in a McLaren neighborhood now. This is crazy. And the thing is, with mine and my girlfriend's salary, up until the housing market just exploded, we actually would have been able to afford a house here. It would have been at the very top, tippy top of our budget, but we would have been able to afford a house. Because for the longest time, they were like 400 or so thousand. What? Ooh, midterms today. I forgot about that. I hate politics just so much. Because they're just a bunch of lying, thieving bastards. I hate them. You know? Like, I know like one of the biggest issues this year is abortion, and Bill Burr did a really funny segment on abortion the other day.
Pro-choice always made sense to me, because I don't like people telling me what to do. And I was just like, it's your body. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do with your body? So that always made sense. All right? However, I still think you're killing a baby.
I think one of you guys actually called me out on saying something that was a Bill Burr quote that I didn't realize was a Bill Burr quote. So yeah, let's get back to why I sold the Harley. So like I said, the payment on it was like $200, $205 or so, like a month. And then like I had to spend like $25 for like insurance and stuff every month and everything. You know, it's just, I didn't ride it a lot. So it needed an annual service, and it also needed to like get new tires and stuff. And it was looking like it was gonna be like $500+ to get that thing back in like riding shape. As for the braking service, I don't think I took it in for any other service. It only had like, I think like 5,000 miles on it. Like, it wasn't that much. Like, I just obviously was not riding it that much. So I was just like, you know what? I need to get my monthlies down. I need to do something to make this mortgage a little bit easier. And it's sad. I didn't want to do it. Like, there were still bucket list things that I wanted to do with that Harley. Like, I wanted to do a north trip where I'd go up to Maine. And then I wanted to do a Florida Keys trip too. One of those things where it was just like an unfortunate reality, an unfortunate adult reality that it's just like, you know, it doesn't make any sense to have two motorcycles and no house, you know? And to be honest with you, the way this house buying process went, I thought the Ducati was gonna have to go too. I would have gone from rapidly 2 bikes to no bikes really quick. Talking about this house and everything, we bought a house. It's in Lewisburg, North Carolina, which is like the other county over from Wake County, so we're not moving like terribly far away. There's just so much shit hitting this helmet right now. Between headphones and like microphone cables, all I hear is like tick, 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 the whole way, just tick, 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 tick. So we started the house buying process, just kicking the tires with our friend that's a real estate agent, right? The whole premise was that we didn't have money, we didn't have enough money to put down for anything, but I mean, we can absolutely pay for a mortgage, you know? Do we take a year to save, or can you find us a program that has little to no money down? You know what, they ended up finding us 2 separate programs that had no money down. So the shenanigans started when we started using this loan officer that was like this like reported financial guru. Long story short, this financial guru screwed us hardcore, and we didn't actually like technically really even qualify for those 2 programs, and we should have just gone conventional. And she didn't let us know that. She didn't tell us because she's terrible at her job. So we got kicked out of NC Housing. We were overqualified by like a couple $100 in like annual salary between 2 people. We were overqualified by a couple $100. That's how close it was, you know? By the time we got kicked out of NC Housing and we decided to go to USDA, the interest rates went up by 2%. So we signed at about 5, and we ended up having to re-sign at 7, which made our mortgage go from like $2,100 to like $2,800. I thought we were out of the process, to be honest with you. But, you know, me and my girlfriend sat down and we're like, you know what, we can still do it. You know, we'd rather be, you know, in the game than on the sidelines. Let's just do it. You know, because otherwise we're going to stay at the house for like another year or 2 while we save money. So guys, that's kind of the update for today is, you know, I sold the motorcycle to buy a house. It sucks, but it was just an uncomfortable adult decision that just had to be made. I left a lot on the table still with that bike. I didn't want to sell it. Still had some trips planned. Had to sell it, but I still want to do those trips eventually. I still want to go up north to Maine. I still want to go down south to Florida. And I still want to do a cross-country trip. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but those are still bucket list trips for me that I want to do. I had a couple other things that I want to talk about, but this is it for today's video. I hope you guys like this kind of like more B-roll, more like life updates, like, you know, involvement in my personal life kind of stuff. I hope you enjoy this because this is kind of like the direction that I want to go. And I plan on doing a little bit of an announcement video for that kind of stuff for my next video. But for now, I am just going to leave you guys to it to get back to your day. I hope you voted because it's important. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to the next video. I want to tell you guys about the future of this channel and what has gone on with me over the last couple of years. And just give you guys like an overall channel update, I guess. You know, I'm kind of giving you a life update on this video. I'll give you a channel update on the next one. But otherwise, I'll see you guys there. Deuces.